Hello, StarCraft fans. This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload, and today it's a game between Serral and uThermal on Neon Violet Square, the latter edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it's going to be the blue Terran player from Team Liquid. His name is uThermal. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, it's going to be the red Zerg player from ENCE Gaming. It is Serral. So a TVZ for you today from the Barcelona WESG qualifiers. Such great players all over this tournament. They got Stefano in there. I should probably cast a Stefano game or two. Got Showtime, as you've already seen. uThermal, Nightend, and Clem we've seen a little bit of on the channel as well here. So if it's a really great European player, they're probably involved. If you have any requests of players you want to see, let me know. Let me know, and I will go ahead and toss them up onto the channel. I generally try to make that happen for you guys. It's a pool first out of Serral. Oh, he might have some aggression on mind here. Usually the pool first is an aggressive maneuver, although not getting gas. So it's not a gas pool hatch. It's going to be a pool hatch, which, never mind, is more of a defensive kind of a thing here. He's worried about proxies. Proxy Reapers possibly. In a case of a proxy, as Zerg, you want to have your pool out. And playing against somebody like uThermal, who is known to proxy, who's known for his cheese. Yeah, he's known for his cheese. Let's just say that. You definitely, absolutely want to have your pool done so that you can get lings and queens out and have them ready to defend. Unfortunately for Serral, that's not what's happening today. He is prepared for something that is not going to happen. A Reaper's on the way, but it's back in uThermal's base. And this Reaper's name is Comtruz, a former Terran actor who was accused of luring fellow actors into a cult on Tarsonis. Comtruz accepted a plea deal of joining the Reaper program in exchange for avoiding a trial. The prosecutor felt justice was served, knowing the short average lifespan of a Reaper. Wow, that's one heck of a plea deal. I did it. Can I get a lesser sentence? Sure, be a Reaper. You'll live for maybe 2 minutes. How's that sound? Good. All right, so Reaper heading out. Unfortunately for him, again, Serral went pool first, so there's a queen already there. I mean, already there. He's not even through the Pachinko machine yet. Nope. How about the second machine? Boop, boop, bing, boom, bing, boom. It's a bad thing for Reaper openings. Slovalord scouting is there. A couple lings pushing across the map here as well. Oh, these lings might be able to actually pause the construction of that naturally. Sees the queen and says, oh, snap. There's already lings out, aren't there? And he runs all the way home. Marine trying to distract these dudes at the very least, but I don't know if there's anything that can save that SCV. Yep, forced to pull other SCVs off the line to save this guy. The response by uThermal is good. This positioning. Oh, man. Is he going to lose anything? uThermal, you're so great at this game. You're so good at this game. He's ridiculously good. Serral spent his time number one. Was it him that spent his time number one on the Korean ladder? I believe it was for some time. I'm not sure if he's there anymore. I checked it before I cast this game, and he wasn't on the list. So I don't know if that was somebody else, and I'm totally misremembering. But either way, Serral is a very good, very aggressive Zerg player, and I love casting him. What is it? Comtruz takes some shots to the face, decides to go back home, says this life as a Reaper is not the plea deal, not the plea bargain I was expecting at all. No, it is not. Overlord scouts in, sees the factory with the reactor, says, okay, Hellions are coming. He's a starport here too, and he should be just fine. So Serral's information gathering has been fantastic. Again, trying to get some scouting information off, but it's really hard when there's queens everywhere. Turns out, it makes your job very difficult. Don't do it. Yeah, uThermal's too good for that. He's not going to let his Reaper die to queens, especially not off creep. That's ridiculous. Very, very quick fusion core hidden in the bottom right here by uThermal. Oh my gosh, please tell me this is Battlecruiser. Just tell me it's Battlecruiser. He's got a starport with a tech lab. Oh man, please. Yes, please do it. Do it for me. But a hive. What on earth? Serral's going for a 4-minute lair upgrade. Wow, for a second there I thought that was a hive. I have a bit of a head cold and my brain's not doing very well. That's my excuse today. Overlord trying to scout in, gets murdered. Okay, so Liberator on the way. It could just be Advanced Ballistics. Come on, uThermal. Make it be a battle cruiser. Don't... it's Advanced Ballistics. Fine, he's rushing the Defender mode range. So we can do some more damage here to Serral than he otherwise could. Acceptable response, I suppose. I just wish it was battle cruisers. Baneling Nest just about done here for Serral. He's got Spore Crawlers coming up here too. Again, once you see this, you say Starport with a Tech Lab, you can know it's going to be Banshee or Liberator or Battle Cruiser or something, and Spore Crawler is going to be useful in all of those situations. Creep spread looking pretty great out of Serral, spreading into the Plinko machine or Pachinko machine, depending on what you want. And uThermal's taking a third base up along the right side here too. Viking flying around trying to find overlords to kill. Hasn't been too successful. Has the one kill, but otherwise has come up empty with this. Ling's defending each one of the bases against the Hellions that has not actually come yet. Maybe, no, there's no armory. There is no armory at all. Good cancel on those creep tumors. Lings and queens, pretty darn good. Ling's getting the surround on this third base. No, uThermal, don't lose your third base. Yeah, Hellions trying to save it. Lings. Oh, they do manage to save it. Lings just have so few hit points. The flamethrower does a lot of work. A ton of work here. What is that? Lings. That's going to be a Viking. That's going to be Hellions. Where did our Liberator go? Ah, here it is. Sneaking up along the top side of the map. There's a Spore Crawler ready to rock. Not even burrowed. Just ready. Can you reach that Spore Crawler? No! Holy smokes, you can't reach it. Can you get any closer? Maybe here you can get it? Can the Queen reach it from this corner? Yes. Okay, Queen finds a nice little place. And we should take that thing down. The Hellions trying to roll into this third base, but no. Nope. Too many Lings. Actually getting a bit of a pin down. Couple of the Hellions do end up getting killed. The other one stops to get murdered too. That's 3 of them down. Couple drones dying to this Liberator attack. Okay, so fine. This circle's covered, but so what? Like, you're not killing anything in this circle. This one's better. All right, the Queens go. Queens transfuse. There's the transfuse. Another transfuse. Oh, ends up getting murdered, but does do a lot of good tanking. A lot of good tanking there. Stays alive. More, is this more Hellion stuff? More Hellion stuff. Threatening this third base, and Ling's saying, wait, what? You could have murdered it. What are you doing? Wow, this Hellion. You better be thinking your lucky stars. You're not dead, Hellion. You should be dead. Hydra's on the way. First Serral getting muscular augments as well. Thor is coming in. It's going to be a mech, but it's a mech push from uThermal here. Going Thors. He's got his armory, right? So we can go Hellbats. Obviously. Yes, in fact, he does. Slow Overlord drop. Do you have Pneumatized Carapace on the way? You do. It's very, very long way from completing, but this Overlord will get there eventually. So it's going to take the slow route for the first most of the journey. Ling's running around up north here. Big Hellion push right up the middle from uThermal. Ling's trying to attack into this third base. There's Hellbats defending. The natural base does not have any Hellbats defending. Oh, yes, it does. Here they are coming down from the main to respond to this threat. Couple SCVs die. We've got the rest of the Lings getting absolutely barbecued there, though. Thor getting some shots off there as well. I mean, Thor's against Ling's not great, but also not terrible. Singles Zergling trying to kill the fusion core. Hellion says no. How about no? Getting smart servos too. Hooray! Liquid Thermal is getting the smart servos upgrade, decreasing the transformation time from Hellion into Hellbat and vice versa. That's great. That's wonderful. No, creep tumors don't die. Creep tumors. Bleh, one of them dies. The other do manage to survive. Guess that's probably good enough. Oh, there's the scan. No. Blah, blah. Good job, Hellbats. Dun, dun, dun. Thor drop action here at the third base of Serral. There's Hydras, though. Hydras are a pretty good response to that. Ling's running into third base of uThermal. Man, you can't leave these bases alone for a second. They keep getting murdered by Zerglings. 79 to 52 harvesters. Serral's on 4 bases. Happily mining here. uThermal kind of on 3. A little bit here, but on 54 workers. Jeez. Here comes the drop that we saw starting about a minute and a half ago. Here comes the Overlord drop. He's got 3 Banelings and 2 Lings inside there. Ah, yes. The Banelings are to drop these guys to 1 HP or so. And then the Lings are there to finish it off. Ready, set, bam, bam, bam. And the Lings are down, and the Lings are up. And the Thors are trying to kill the Drop Lord. But the Drop Lord is a speedy Lord. And as such, he's not interested in dying. 4th base of uThermal. He's got to cancel this. There's too many Hydras here. Cancel it. Cancel the 4th. Oh, it does cancel the 4th just at the very last second. That is the sign of a pro, man. Last second cancellations. I don't know why. Hydra push. Just a regular old Hydra push from Serral. I don't know what this is about entirely, but all right. Ling's up at this third base location, and suddenly uThermal's on 2 base, and it's looking really bad for him, but he does have a pretty big mech army here. Hellbats, Thors, tanks. It's 181, 116 total supplies, but yes, so uThermal's down a whole ton, but also he should be more cost efficient here. Does he have tanks? He really needs tanks against these Hydras. There's your hive. It's not a 4-minute hive. It's actually going to be a 9.5. Minute Hive instead. Serral getting a 5th base up by this gold on the left side. Hydra's Banelings. I mean, yeah, Serral's effectively maxed out, sitting at 180 supply. Trying to attack, making some Banelings in range of tanks. Not exactly what you want, right? No, it is absolutely not what you want here. Zergling trying to get a bit of a run by into this natural mineral line. A big attack. Everybody rolling on in here. Thor's trying to do what they can. Hydra's trying to do what they can, but it's not going to be enough. This Hydra push is just disgusting, and that's a good game out of uThermal. uThermal's defeated. Serral's victorious in game 1 of our sneaky twofer between these two players. We're going to come back with yet another game between Serral and uThermal. Let's see how this one goes. Resources lost up in case you want to check that stuff out. Oh, yeah, I have to do this, though, don't I? Yeah, there it is. Oh, man, that is 7,600 loss for liquid thermal compared to 5,400. That is some efficiency. All right, that's it. Game 1. Game 2 coming at you just a second. Welcome back to our sneaky twofer, everybody. This will be a second game between uThermal and Serral here on Ascension to Ire, the Ladder Edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we've got the Blue Zerg player, winner of game number 1. His name is Serral. And in the top left-hand corner, it's going to be the red Terran player, uThermal from Team Liquid. All right, uThermal went for a mech push, but did not count on the timing of that Hydralisk push that Serral had. Did not go for enough tanks, didn't scout those properly, and as a result, the Hydras kind of tore through his Thors and his Hellbats. And that's all she wrote there. Hellions are okay just because they have additional range. And they're pretty quick against Hydras, but Hellbats are just, they're slow. And they don't have much of an attack range. And so as a result, they're fairly bad against them Hydras. So don't do that. Don't make Hellbats against Hydralisks against somebody who knows what they're doing. Well, is he going command center first? uThermal's going command center first, everybody. He's feeling pretty confident about this. Serral is actually going hatch first. All right, so this works out for uThermal quite nicely. Because if it was going to be some kind of a pool first play, we've been in a little bit of trouble. Actually, hang on. What's the timing on that? Pool first versus command center first. So the Lings get here. The Lings can't get here before that command center's up, right? They can kind of bother it, but they can't kill it. And then by the time your barracks is done, you'll have a Reaper out. You know what? This is actually good against pool first. This is not bad. Unless a whole bunch of Lings show up and then possibly your natural base is in a lot of trouble. I haven't really seen that, though. I don't know. Let's see if uThermal actually ends up going for a Reaper or not. His second gas is already on the way. Which tells me he's likely going to be going for mech here again. Trying to make mech work against Zerg at a high tournament level. Gotta respect uThermal. Gotta respect that guy. He is fantastic. Terrans respect him for what he does. Everyone should, really. All right, it is going to be a Reaper. Reaper's name is Jacko Wacko, the Reaper. This guy is just pure crazy. He loves to kill stuff, and everything is all about death for him. It's his hobby, I guess. And then he thought of becoming even better at killing, so he decided it was time to go out there, train, and join in with the Terran army. And be the baddest Reaper in the whole galaxy and the entire universe. All right, Jacko Wacko. Jacko Wacko. Wacko reminded me of Animaniacs, which is a great show. I mean, I watched that when I was in 6th grade. I remember specifically watching it in 6th grade and talking about it with my then kind of girlfriend, and we thought we were so smart. We thought we were intelligent 6th graders to watch Animaniacs. There are so many things in there that kids wouldn't get that we got because we were basically adult level intelligence, and I don't think that was true. Anyway, Animaniacs is great. It still holds up. It's still zany. It's still pretty smart as far as cartoons go. I enjoy it quite a bit. I was watching it with my kids, and they have not turned to me and said, boy, this is really an intelligent cartoon. I'm glad I get it, unlike those other dumb kids that I go to school with, Dad. So hopefully there is some hope for the future generation. Jacko Wacko is actually playing defense, which is sad. I don't like it when Reapers play defense. They're supposed to be out there trying to kill stuff, but as usual, Queens make that hard, Lings make that hard. Once speed is done, it's impossible. So, all right, uThermal basically giving up on that. He is working on a starport, getting some Hellions out there to that double gas. Additional gas here at the natural would be a good tell as well if we're going to start transitioning into tanks or something. But yeah, in game 1, tanks would have been super useful for uThermal. Unfortunately, more Thors and Hellbats than anything else. Thor's not good against Hydras. Sadly, sad to say, on a cost-per-cost basis. Hey, Jacko Wacko's moving out. Wow, he heard me. And he survived as well. Oh, no, don't go back here. No, Jacko Wacko. Jacko Wacko's dead. tragically. Is that Cloak? By golly, uThermal's getting Cloak Banshee, which of the Overlord scouts perfectly, of course. Gotta cancel that. I think you have to cancel that now. He's getting a Liberator, which is funny. I mean, perhaps he was saying, okay, well, as long as he thinks it's Banshee, he'll waste some stuff on Spore Crawlers and maybe some Overseers that aren't going to help him that much. Although Spore Crawlers help against Liberators too, so I don't know that really making your opponent think you're going Banshee when you're actually going Liberator is that much of an advantage. As it turns out, I am pretty sure that is the case. Baneling Nest on the way from Serral here. Does he have a... Working on that lair. Yes, there's that lair. Just droning up. It's 45 to 40 total harvesters. Third base... Oop, does get paused there. The Lings did kill the SCV building that third base location. The Hellions do manage to shoo them away. This Overlord scouting everything. Look at this. Look at this guy. Getting shot at, but that's okay. There aren't enough Marines to kill me very quickly anyway. Sees the double armory and says, all right, go and be mech. There's not going to be a Hellion opening with a follow-up into bio or anything like that, which is very possible. One Hellion goes down, two. Oh, look at the position. Serral's so good at doing that. Pitting those Hellions against the wall so they can't run. It's fantastic stuff. Overlord lives. Scouting Overlord sees all of the things. 51 to 45. Total harvesters right now. Liberator down in the bottom section of the map. Got chased away by a Queen as well. I think you have any kills. Do you have any kills? No. No, you do not have any kills. If you don't have any kills, what good are you? That's what they say when their commanders are talking to them. Hydralisk Den, there it is. +1 missile attack on the way for Serral 2. I hope this isn't just a repeat of game number 1. I'd really like to see uThermal do a little bit better this time around. He's getting a barracks with a reactor, so maybe for Thor drop action? I don't know. Maybe a bunch of Vikings. Very possible, too. We have seen the Viking clouds just snipe Vipers in this matchup of mech against Zerg. Oh my gosh, it is a Cloak Banshee. Well, by golly, Cloak Banshee shows up. Serral's somehow not ready for it. Despite the fact that he did scout the tech lab researching something. That's amazing. All right, so uThermal just delays a tiny bit and ends up getting a whole ton of kills. 6 kills on this Banshee. 6 drones and 8 kills. 8 drones dead by that dude. Meanwhile, Ling's up here at the third base. Ling's here in the natural base somehow. What? Serral, how? Serral is so good at sneaking Zerglings across the map and you're not expecting it to happen. So in exchange, 3 SCVs go down, and Serral says that's a fair exchange. I can live with that. 63 to 56 total harvesters. Working on +1 for his mech is uThermal, and Serral sitting on muscular augments, working on centrifugal hooks, and double Thor production from uThermal too. Ready, set. I want to see how the Thors come out of that tiny little door. Should we see how they come out of that tiny little door? Ready, set. Look! Is sort of up here. That's all they sort of do here. Hellions pushing it against these. Remember, pretty good against Hydras, especially with the blue flame, but the Queens really turn the tide there. The Queens do not take hardly any damage from the Hellions at all, and they have pretty good range too. Like this, good range. And they're just absolutely fighting against that many Hellions. No big deal. And yeah, double medevac for double Thor drop. That's exactly what that was going to be. Creep spread pushing out. Looks like Serral's trying to set up for a 5th base here. Right about the 7.5 minute mark. Again, just making more and more Hydras and more Lings. As there's going to be a bit of a Hellbat Hellion Thor push up here on the north side. He's getting the Smart Servos upgrade again, which I'd really like to see that in action at some point, if that's at all possible. Liberator flying right on into the main base, while Serral is otherwise engaged. Alright, going after some of these drones. And an attack up the north means Lings and Banelings and Hydras just wrecking this one. Banelings exploding on the Hellbats, which is not what you want. Again, Hellbats versus Hydras, I talked about that previously, not great. And this Thor is left to die. Oh, poor Thor. Why are you left to die? For reasons, I suppose. 137 to 109 total supply. Hydra good unit. Hydra good unit. 4 Drop Lords. Drop Lords in production. 5 Drop Lords in production for Serral right now. He has an idea. He has an idea in his head. Might go for drop Banelings, drop Hydras, a 4th base of Thermals being taken in the bottom left side here, but again, it's entirely undefended. I don't know about this. Changeling team sniffed out by uThermal immediately. There's your Viking. And Viking is murdered. And here we go. Banelings rolling in. Hydra's coming from all distances here. And this third base is in a ton of trouble. The Blue Flame Hellion, once again, pretty good at this. Pretty darn good at this, but I don't know. The Thor's sitting back. He already has 8 kills. Third base in trouble, but it looks like uThermal did force Serral to retreat from this location. So that was huge. uThermal needs to keep this third base. He needs to make sure his fourth base comes up here too. He's lucky that Serral hasn't recognized that it's here yet. Actually, he has pretty much recognized that it's here, as he's sending Zerglings that direction. But guess what? Blue Flame Hellions ready to go, Lings. They are ready to go, and they will murder you, thankfully. They will thankfully murder you. Here comes the drop, though. Here comes the Serral drop, sneaking up along the top side of the map. Does he see this coming? I don't know. There's another engagement in the middle of the map here. Hellions rolling back home. Dropping the Hydras on the production facility is exactly what you want to do. This is just like dropping Bio in a TVT. One factory gone. That's a huge deal. Did he focus down the other factory? Other factory gone. Huge deal. No tanks for you. And where did my drop lords go? Here my drop lords. Here my drop lords are at. Blue Flame Hellions right on top of these dudes, though. God, caramba, the Blue Flame is just really great. As previously mentioned, a lot of these dudes are dying, but they took out a lot of Hydras with them. And considering Hydras are gas and Hellions are not. Oh boy, look at this. Look at this third base by uThermal. He's in a lot of trouble. Lings, Banelings rolling in. A lot of SCVs getting murdered here as well. 160 to 99 total supply. Hydra's trying to sneak on up into the natural base, but no, Blue Flame Hellions and Thors enough to shove them away. These Lings do happen to have no attack upgrades, but not doing as well against the SCVs as maybe they want to, but still enough to clear them out. And that's your good game. Good game out of uThermal. Serral's victorious, and he gets the 2-0 win against his opponent on Ascension to Ire in this sneaky twofer. So yeah, not exactly what we saw in the previous game, but still basically Hydraling Baneling by Serral. Some of it dropped against basically Thors. Once again, uThermal not able to get his tank count up. He had 3, but he lost a couple factories at the end there. Couldn't quite get that tank up to where he wanted it to be. He's got to work on that timing, I think. It's going to be Hydras showing up if all he has is Thors and Hellions. Again, they had the Blue Flame, which means they did better. They killed 26 Hydras this time, but not enough. 7,900 resources lost for Serral compared to 90,400. 9,400 for uThermal. Math while casting is hard. And that's going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another sneaky twofer edition of Legacy of the Void daily upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.